All right, welcome back to Transparent Tuesday, where I answer all of your questions in all honesty, and I don't give a shit what the fuck you think. Now, we're gonna jump right into it because you guys left me a lot of questions, more than you left me during the past 2 Tuesdays. So we're just gonna jump right into this. First question. Tasha, is it ever okay for a husband to reach out to an ex and tell them to keep in touch and don't be a stranger? They have no kids together. Well, looking at this question at face value, you didn't provide any background details. Has he cheated? Do you have any problems with the exes? Are the exes reaching out to you, threatening you? If he said this to an ex, I'm taking this as something that's innocent. I do that to my exes. Hey, keep in touch, don't be a stranger, and I keep it fucking moving, okay? I don't take it past that. Just let me know that you ain't dead. That's all. So I really don't see anything wrong with this particular message here. But if you have had problems in the past or currently with ex-girlfriends, or maybe him lying or cheating, then yes, you need to probably be concerned and treat this as serious if he has cheated on you. But if he hasn't cheated on you, this ain't shit. I wouldn't worry about it at all, period. Next question. Tasha, I am 8 months pregnant and having complications. That's not good. I will keep you in my prayers. She goes on to say that the doctors have advised her to stop working and rest, and they've advised her to stay in a stress-free environment. But, there's always a but, her boyfriend's life is full of drama, and it stems from his baby mama and his grandmother. Emphasis on his, okay, guys? And then she goes on to say they are shit-talking and making crazy accusations that she is abusing the son that he shares with his baby mama. Emphasis on his. They're saying that she's hitting the son, and the only time that she has touched him was to keep him from getting hurt, which all kids deserve an ass whooping if they are a danger to themselves or anyone else. She also goes on to say that she treats him as if he is her own son. And emphasis, I still said his, okay? Is there any way to make the situation better, or should I just pull back and mind my business and take the disrespect and insults? Well, I don't think anybody should just take disrespect and insults. I think if you are around people that is bringing that type of negative energy around you, it is up to you, not them, to remove you from that situation, okay? Nobody can remove you but you. And so people treat you how you allow them to treat you. So if you want to be treated different, you have to create a set of circumstances and a different scenario so that you are treated and shown the utmost respect. Now, emphasis, I said his baby mama because that's the way you wrote it. And it is his baby mama. He is not your husband, which means you shouldn't be treating him as if he is your own. Now, true, your kids are going to be siblings, but there are certain boundaries. And if he is allowing the grandmother and the baby mama to make these crazy accusations, then until he gets that situation under control, you have to separate yourself from them and protect you and yours, which is you and that baby, because he is not your husband, and he can decide at any time to go move back in with the baby mama and the grandmother that's disrespecting you and don't give a damn as to whether or not you have a healthy pregnancy at all. So you got to do what you got to do for you and yours, girl, okay? And when he decides to make you his wife, then you start to treat him as if he is your own son, okay? But all you have to do now is respect him and do not babysit him unless his daddy is actually there, okay? You're not his mom, and you're not even his stepmom. You're just a mom to his son's soon-to-be sibling. Congratulations on your pregnancy, okay? Remove yourself. You are the only person that can do something about this. Next question. Tasha, I have a micro penis. If you don't know what a micro penis is, here's a screenshot of it, okay? Now, there's 2 things I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with children, and I do not fuck with the disabled. So anybody who is born with a disability, which means they're not built like the everyday human being is built, those are situations that you have to educate yourself on, okay? So this man goes on to say he's been married 20 years to his best friend, which is a woman, and they have a great relationship. up until they get into the bedroom. When they get into the bedroom, there's a big elephant in the room because he lacks in size, which there's nothing he can really do about that. He was born that way. And I'm sure that his wife knows that, being that she's been by his side for 20 years. Now, he also goes on to say that he does please her, and they do other things in the bedroom to try to make up for the loss or for the lack thereof. And I wouldn't even classify it as a lack thereof, because that's what you were born with, and you have to work with what you have. So I think, honestly, you have enough, if it were me. But I'm not your wife, so. He goes on to say that his wife has recently confessed to him during a conversation that she misses the traditional size, and she has brought up the idea of her possibly bringing someone else into the bedroom to only please her physically, but not emotionally. He's asking me, Tasha, is it possible for a woman to sleep with another man while she's married and not catch feelings? Listen, now the fact that y'all have been married for 20 years, that really concerns me, because if she's 20 years into it and she's not all the way satisfied, then there's a craving for something else. And I'm afraid that if she gets that craving plus everything that she has with you, because you can find a person that makes up and gives you more than what you have in your relationship, I'm afraid that she possibly could say, hey, this is a new phase of my life and I love you, and being that we're best friends, this is where I want to go. So if it were me, I would be concerned about that, because to be honest, have you ever heard that question? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? Well, when it comes to finding the right penis that knows how to make you come vaginally, because you can have an orgasm two ways. You can have one vaginally, which means you can have an orgasm inside, or you can have an orgasm on the outside by stimulating your clitoris. Now, she ain't gonna just bring just anybody into the room and just expect him to know how to make her come that way. So it does take an emotional connection in order to stimulate vaginally. It's a lot easier for a woman to stimulate clitorally. And I said clitorally, like that's a motherfucking word. It is now, bitch. And so, which means you guys are both gonna have to go and lick a bunch of Tootsie Roll Pops until you get to the center and find that one guy that knows how to make her come vaginally with his penis. And if it's that fucking good, you can honestly kiss your wife goodbye. And I don't give a fuck what she got to say. I love her to death. I'm glad that y'all been together 20 years. But I just wouldn't understand. I just don't understand why anybody would even want to toy with an idea that could possibly end something that you've built and worked so hard for in these last 20 years. This truly, in my opinion, is the definition of true transparent love, which means I love you for you and you love me for me. But if she's not loving all of you and wants someone else to come in and pick up where you're lacking, she's not loving all of you, okay? And there's always this doubt in the back of her mind. So me personally, I wouldn't do it, because I don't know how many guys she's gonna have to sleep with until she finds that one that can make her come vaginally. So I would leave that alone. Now, here is a procedure that you can get done. I did some research on it, because doctors are saying that most of the penis is inside of the body. And so what they do is stretch the skin. So I don't know if you're up to entertaining an idea like that. I do believe there are some great reasons to have plastic surgery. And if this is something that your wife is truly missing, and you've stated in this question that you guys are financially secure, then I think it's something that maybe both of you guys should see a doctor about, if it's that much of a concern to keep her from wanting to figure out if somebody else is giving them what their man can't. Sorry I spent so long on that question, but that was a heavy question, and I have to be all the way honest when it comes to shit like this, because I mean, you're playing with a foundation. And I'm gonna be honest with you, men are very egotistical, which means if another man is coming in laying dick to your woman, He's gonna make sure that he's laying dick and he's laying the best dick. So he's gonna try to come, because men are very competitive. He's gonna try to come in and remove your wife from that household. He's not gonna just wanna fuck her and leave her alone. He's gonna wanna fuck her, get her to leave you alone, and then he's gonna leave her alone because he's gonna see that she's disloyal any fucking way. So that's how that shit's gonna go. Okay? Next question. Tasha, my son's father and I are working on being in a relationship. And so the other day, his ex with no kids, what's up with all these exes with no damn kids and shit? I told you these bitches got an advantage, especially if they take care of themselves, because they ain't got to get up and fucking take care of no kids. They can just get up, hop on his dick, suck his dick anytime he want without you saying, wait a minute, let me go check on the baby, okay? Or let me put the baby on my tit. Okay, so she goes on to say, so the other day, his ex with no kids text her. That's a red flag. I don't know how that bitch got your number, but she need to motherfucking lose it, period, okay? Text her and said she was getting up with him. He denied it and said she was crazy. That's the typical fucking lying ass, cheating ass nigga who probably ain't paying no motherfucking bills in that house, okay? So she says, but when she asked him questions, her boyfriend, whose ex called her motherfucking phone, told her, the current girlfriend, why are you asking me these questions? We are not in a relationship, so you can't question me. But yet, they have been living together and sleeping together every night. If I'm not in a relationship, should I explore other options? Girl, let me tell you something, okay? If he has the audacity, and I call it coating or shacking, like my grandma them used to say, okay? He coating with you, but yet he want to tell you you're not in a motherfucking relationship and you can't question him, but yet he still answered the question and said that she was crazy and that she was lying. And I don't understand how this bitch got your phone number in the first place. That's disrespect number one. She ain't got no business calling you saying that they were gonna get up the other night. That bitch was being petty and she knows that he's with you, which means these two are currently communicating regarding this relationship. And so I would say this. I don't know who lives with who, but whoever's name is on that motherfucking lease, somebody needs to go down, file a motherfucking eviction notice, and you tell him if he's not in a relationship, he needs to be in his own motherfucking house, or you be in your own house and you fuck who the hell you want to fuck. And when he comes to ask you questions, you tell him who the hell you fucking. Don't lie about that shit. And I guarantee you, based off of your honesty, he will make the decision as to whether or not he's going to be with you or he's going to be with her. Men don't start acting right until somebody else is in the motherfucking picture. That's how you handle that shit. You let him know you can do what he can do, but better. And since y'all ain't married, this ain't called being petty. This is called being adult about the situation. If he don't want to claim you, he don't need to be laying up with you and spending the motherfucking night. He needs to just fuck and go to his own motherfucking house. Just like that. Y'all got me pissed off like I'm in these damn relationships. Shit. Next question. Tasha, I lost my brother last year and it has taken a toll on me and my family. But someone told me that I should be over it by now. How should I respond to this? First off, I want to say I'm sorry that you lost your brother. I couldn't imagine losing one of my siblings because we're all very close. Second of all, if anybody has the audacity to tell you and give you a time frame as to when you should be over something, I don't think a person like this truly understands and has empathy for your situation. And so therefore, I don't think during your time of healing, you should be surrounded by anybody that's giving you this type of energy, okay? You need to be around people who understand and who uplift you, but not tell you that, damn, your brother died 3 months ago, you should be over this shit by now. Who in the fuck are they? God? What the fuck is going on with people these days? You need to separate yourself from that motherfucking person. Matter of fact, I don't think you should ever even talk to somebody like that if they have the audacity to say something that ignorant to you. You need to oust their ass from your fucking life, okay? And maybe you will get over it much faster once you get over that, once you get them motherfuckers out your life. Okay, now I gotta go. Now before I go, so tonight, I am drinking the Bay Bridge White Zinfandel. Man, I've had so many requests for this. Tasha, can you please introduce a White Zinfandel? What in the fuck is a White Zinfandel? What in the fuck am I drinking? I'm gonna tell you what you've been drinking. Last week, if you caught up on my videos, I introduced the Ravenswood Zinfandel. The Ravenswood Zinfandel is made from a Zinfandel grape. And I explained this to you last week if you caught the tutorial. It is a grape that is very high in alcohol. It produces a very smoky, peppery wine that normally complements smoked foods or barbecue foods, okay? Now, this Zinfandel grape, the grape that was used to make this wine, actually makes this wine, the white Zinfandel, okay? So Zinfandel grape, white Zinfandel. White Zinfandel is made during a fermentation process. When this Zinfandel grape does not ferment, this is when the white Zinfandel grape is made, because the Zinfandel juice gets stuck during the winemaking process, and the sugars from the grape aren't converted to alcohol. And so when the sugars from this grape aren't converted to alcohol, it produces a very light, textured, mildly sweet white Zinfandel that you have here. And you got its leftovers in the bottle. Well, I just bought the Bay Bridge, because the Bay Bridge is $2.20. It's like $2.97. This is like the grocery store brand. This is the cheapest bottle of wine that you will ever get. This is $2.97 because it's pretty much like the leftovers from a real Zinfandel grape. So why would you pay $10 or more for a leftover grape, and the real grape is actually in this bottle? And when this grape doesn't ferment right, it produces this wine grape here, which is low in alcohol and mildly sweet, okay? This wine here, you're gonna smell, it smells just like mildly sweet strawberries, okay? And it's not very sweet. It goes with everything. You can't go wrong with this wine, and you can drink it at any time of the day during any occasion. You really cannot go wrong. And like I said, you can get this bottle for about $2.97. This is the Bay Bridge White Zinfandel. I'll leave the link below so that you can purchase it. Again, I'm still in the process of getting my wine store up. These contracts are not easy, okay? And so I got my website coming soon as well, and so all of that is going to be linked on the website. Thank you all so much again for watching this Transparent Tuesday. If you like the video, subscribe. You can also find me and DM me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at UNWINEWITHTASHAK. And if you didn't like the video, you can still subscribe anyway, just so you can cuss my ass out. Not that I'ma give a damn. Anyway, now I gotta go, because I got some commentary coming to you on Phaedra, Angela Stanton, and Mary Harvey, and another woman who went through the same exact thing that she went through just last year. So stay tuned. Those videos will be dropping before Friday. Bye.